Hi, I am Bill Skripchek, president of Waverider Trading Technologies. The FX Morning Mayhem podcast is an essential listen for currency traders. Each episode covers a curated watch list of key currency pairs alongside insightful market observations. It highlights crucial daily news events that could influence the market, ensuring traders are well informed. Additionally, the podcast offers valuable trading strategy tips, catering to both new and experienced traders in the Forex market. This podcast is for educational purposes only. None of this info should be construed as investment advice. To see the trades called out live on our Slack channel, click the link in the description to join the trade faction. And now on with the show. So I thought I'd finally start to get organized about these podcasts. Because believe it or not, people are starting to listen. Holy shit. So I thought I'd add a little bit of structure to them. First, we're going to go over the news. Then we'll go over the analysis like we do every day of the, what do we have, 6 pairs that I trade.
Right.
And then we'll have a question or a topic of the day.
Ooh.
And today's topic is going to be AI. So start thinking about that. Anyway, so news today. Really none at all. Later this morning, there are some FOMC members who I've never heard of talking periodically through the day. And a German Bubba president, Nagel, speaks. I guess they call him Bubba. The only thing that of any importance is at 8 o'clock tonight, looks like New Zealand is going to set their interest rates. So that, I think, will have some movement. So you might want to set an alarm for 8 p.m. tonight and keep an eye on the New Zealand pairs because they're probably going to rock and roll tonight. All right, let's go through the analysis real quick. So Aussie Canadian dollar pair, we are at a minor wave top. We had multiple inception signals, which we have taken and made money on. Right now it's hovering here. It could theoretically pull back and create another inception signal. Not sure what it will do. The other alternative is it continues to go down and create a HypeX reversal signal, which would then be a long. So really nothing to do here.
Gotcha.
All right. Aussie Singapore dollar. This was our sweet baby from last night. I think I made about 45 pips off this trade. I don't know about you. I know you were in it too.
Yeah. I had entered just after you do that. I was putting up Halloween, so it was like,
Gotcha. Okay.
oh my God. Like,
it was great. It just went in and went. It just, there was like no hesitation. Yeah, jumped on this trade. It was at a minor wave top. We got an inception trade short. It literally just hovered maybe for a few moments at the signal and then just continued to drop. I think I ended up with about 45 pips out of the whole trade. And the whole thing took what, 3 or 4 minutes?
yeah, that was it.
That was it. That was really sweet. And then I could just sleep and not have to worry about watching a trade all night. That was nice. Aussie US dollar, also a trade we took earlier in the week. I actually was in this one from last Friday, and then that one came to fruition here at about, I forget, at least 30 or 30-ish ticks, maybe more. I don't remember. I have to go back and look. Not ticks, pips. I keep forgetting. Go back to my trading future days. This is the only one that has potential to fire maybe today. So we have a minor wave bottom, but we're trending slightly down. The amplitude is negative 18. We want a positive 15 to fire before we start looking for long signals. So we'll just keep an eye on that one, but this one is the only one in a relatively potential setup for a long. New Zealand CAD, minor wave top. We've already taken these trades and made some money on them. This was last week. I think this was made over 130 pips last week on these trades. We are hovering around the bottom, waiting for maybe a HypeX extension reversal trade to set up long, but nothing to do on that right now. New Zealand US dollar, exactly the same thing. That is the thing I was talking about the other day. If you pick pairs that have the same currency in them, they
Yeah.
tend to do the same thing. The reason I picked these is because when I ran them through the strategy tester, these came up with very high scores. So I'm not going to complain because the signals that we've gotten have been just excellent. Some people would argue don't trade things that have the same thing because you're just increasing your risk. They all do the same thing.
Yep.
I don't know. There's so many rules that I've just, yeah, ignore now because I think conspiratorially thinking they make you do that just so you lose money. So I'm just following common sense. And if it's making money, I'm happy and it's making money.
There you
So,
go.
and the reason I would keep my eye on these is because tonight the interest rates come out. And usually when price stretches a long way in one direction, they do that on purpose so that they can zip it back this way when a piece of news comes out. So we'll see if I'm right. My prediction is when those interest rates come out, this thing will rocket to the upside. But we shall see. I've been wrong before, and
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. All right, question of the day.
Oh boy.
Question slash topic.
All right.
Artificial intelligence. Dave, what do you think about artificial intelligence in the trading world?
I've seen all those fly-by-night videos. Oh, I gave $1,000 to a bot to trade and everything else. I don't think you're ever going to get away from an actual human clicking a button and making sure everything is going right. I would supplement it, not kind of live by it. It doesn't make sense. There still needs to be that human understanding with that. Otherwise, I don't think a bot's going to trade.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you, and I will tell you why. So what I've found when I designed the system is I agree with you also. The biggest problem that I still have with trading, even after doing it for over 30 years, is controlling my emotions in a
Mhm.
trade. I have to say I am way better than I used to be at this.
Hmm.
I used to get very angry and frustrated when I was wrong and losing money, and I would revenge trade. And I did all the shitty things that you're not supposed to do. Did all those things. So, one of the things that I always thought of was, oh man, if I can just automate or use artificial intelligence to automate a strategy, then I would be able to extract the emotion from the trading equation, and all that stupid shit I do wouldn't get done because I'm not pushing the buttons. The problem with that I found is there is some quite, oh, I don't know, some, a lot, I don't know what the amount is, but there is a certain amount of discretion, intuition, I don't know what to call it. Like you look at a trade, and even though all the things look right, you still are like, hey, you know what? I don't think I'm going to push the button kind
Yeah.
of a thing. And you can't do that when you automate something. It just cranks away, and if you're wrong. So when I designed this system, I wanted three things to happen that I thought made a lot of sense. One of them was, where are we in this analogy of the ocean? Are we at the top of a wave or a bottom of a wave? So that's what a minor wave top and a minor wave bottom is.
Mhm.
So if you think of that like waves on the ocean, where are we at, top or bottom? We're in our little boat, and what's going on
Yep.
with the boat? Then you have what I call the major trend, which is down in this particular chart. So that's the kind of like the tide in the ocean. Is the tide going in or is the tide going out?
Hmm.
And then the third component is the artificial intelligence. Now that I know where I'm at in the wave and which way the trend is going, has the AI detected a profitable pattern taking shape? And that's what the inception trade is, and that's what the HypeX
Mhm.
trades are all about. So when those three planets line up, wave, trend, and AI, then we have a really good chance of making some money. But it's not like those ads on TikTok. It's not 100%. I gave it $5 and it gave me pooped back $50 million. And now
Yeah.
I'm driving around in Lambos with girls in bikinis.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. Hard to convince someone who's 17 with a body raging in testosterone. That's what I think.
Yeah.
So,
I agree. I think it just like last night's trade.
yeah,
Your Singapore dollar. How did I know to get out before? Like, your machine didn't say to get out. I
right.
just looked at it and it stalled.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
like,
actually glad you brought that up because I find that to be a very effective method of figuring when the hell to get out. I was watching the amplitude like a hawk, right?
mm,
And it got up to it got up to like about 42.
mm,
And I was just like 50s when I get out, but it's stuck here. It's not going any further. So I think
yeah,
I'm just going to get out here.
yeah, that's
Um,
exactly what it is. That's why I slacked you last night. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I should have probably would did more, but it just felt like that. And then the next thing I
yeah.
know, you're like, yeah, I did the
I
same
think that's
thing.
that's a very effective thing. The other thing that I do is I also look backwards.
Mm,
Like if you look at where this thing is at right now,
mm.
it pooped out right about here.
Yeah,
And now it's pulled back to right about here. So I wouldn't be surprised if it did that. And
yeah,
it's these things are like ice on a lake. They keep trying. Eventually it's going to break through, right?
yeah.
So in either direction, whatever way you're looking at it. All right. I think we did a good job talking about the topic today. So I'll try to come up with something unique every day and we'll just chitty chat on it and see what people think.
All right, sounds good.